how to take notes well. It shouldn't be notes that someone else can come in and read and just follow along. It should be personalized to your perfection, to your point. It shouldn't be just everything that you see on a board. It shouldn't be everything that a teacher's talking. It should be important details, key details that will help you come back. It's supposed to be your own personalized way of learning how to take notes, learning how to edit notes, learning how to write your summary. And I think that's the beauty that AVID has done. There are so many ways to take notes. Use them all.
What's really important to know about note-taking is to set it up however it makes sense to you. Think about what is important to you and think about what will make sense to you when you go back and study.
In math, I like to use the 2-column notes because my math teacher likes to compare and contrast different ways of solving things. In English, it's a lot of 3-column notes because I like to take what the author said, kind of write down what I think he meant, and then why it matters, so the Samian matter.
Definitely leave space in between your notes and different topics, subjects, to be able to interact with them. You will not be able to write down everything the teacher says if it is your typical lecture, and abbreviation is definitely key.
The way I see it, they're not classified as a resource until you actually go back and look over them, highlight the really important stuff.
Processing notes, what it looks like is going back and revising your notes.
When revising my notes, I really love to have each color stand for a specific importance level.
I will underline what I think is really important. So I kind of have to rewrite them, just underline and kind of make sure that I have all the important information right there for me.
So I do this weird thing is I'll put boxes around different sections of the notes.
We also have our most important point. That's where we highlight what we think was the most important points of our notes.
Just going back to them is super important because that's where you get your studying, and because if you're not going back, then you're not really studying.
Taking notes well to me means actually being able to understand what you're doing.
So what I usually do is I'll have all my notes in there and all my information, and then if I'm missing a piece or I kind of want to retouch on something, I'll write a question about that information, and that can formulate a POC, and a POC is the point of confusion.
On the little, the left-hand column, you need to write the costas questions. So then that could answer your notes, and then you could look at your notes and answer them in the sticky note and say, oh, hey, I answered my own questions.
The questioning part, it's it makes me go back and have a critical thinking point. Okay, what do I really mean here? What am I supposed to take from that lesson, from that part?
We might do the 5 W's where we do who, what, when, where, and why.
Use your left column. It's so important when you use the left column.
I couldn't get through school without asking questions because if I'm stuck on something, how am I going to be able to keep going? If I don't ask questions, then I'm not really going to be able to get anywhere.
So you want to try and answer the questions that you have with your notes so it all comes together and it makes sense to you. When you're writing your summary, you're taking what you have written down, all the questions you've asked yourself, and the essential question, and you're answering it with all the notes you've taken.
In your summary, you're pretty much clarifying in your own words exactly what you just learned about.
Well, it helps me kind of put everything together into one thing, because the notes are kind of answering the equad in a way. So when you come back to the summary, you're taking everything that you've learned and putting it into one paragraph.
The summary and reflection part is probably one of the most important parts of the process. Generally proves whether you truly understand what you just wrote down or not.
I use my notes for studying with other people and being able to understand the context of what I'm learning.
I like to use my notes in preparation for philosophical chairs. The notes are used as a guide to help me know what to argue about and how to support my part in the argument.
I use my notes for just it's basically my own personal teacher that I take with me at home. If I'm doing homework and I don't understand something, I go back to my notes It's a personal tool that you can take. It's almost like a phone. You can go up, look up everything that you need.
In a real life scenario, I mean, say you have a client who is giving you all this information and specific details that you'd have to write down and remember and interact with later, so you know exactly what they want.
I think in your hardest classes, if you're taking notes and you take a good set of notes, you know, at the end of that lesson, you're just gonna feel great. When I take a good set of notes and I just go back and look and look and look and like I grind it out, you know, it's a feeling of confidence and self-empowerment that you get from that you just feel like you can do it. Like it's almost like a Superman feeling. And I think that's the beauty about notes is that if you can understand yourself, you're like, okay, like, you know, I don't need anything else. Like I got it.